Hi, this is Mike with Tactical Wood Gas, and now I'm going to show you how to connect your gasifier to your cooler. Your unit comes with a couple of pieces of 1.5" steel pipe and a coupler in the middle. So what we've provided 2 of them for colder climates and for winter. You can definitely get by with using one. For hotter climates, we've added a second one in order to cool down the gas. So I'll show how that works in just a moment. But what we wanted to start out with is the gasifier. So we got the gasifier with the output port, and we loosen this up by hand just a little bit. And we're going to install both of these. So we're going to set the cooler far enough away and get this thing loosened up as well. So you start with one of the pipes and you slide it in, and so it's gone in all the way till it bottoms out. And let me pull it back out. So that's about 1 3/4 inches. So it goes in a fair distance to get it all the way in, and you can hand tighten this for now. And then we've got the joint in the middle. So I'm going to loosen up both sides. Slide it over, do the same thing, get it all the way in, get it tightened down. And then we're going to go with the second piece. We're going to get it all the way. Yeah, that's far enough. It didn't feel like it was bottoming me out. I think I'll show this. So, if you're having trouble with it, take it off, and there's a little metal ring in here, and that's part of it. You need to keep that in. Get it all the way against the bottom there.
Or slide it onto the pipe to where it's in that position.
That's
too.
a good point.
Either way.
Yeah. So there we go. Now it's behaving this time. All the way in. By hand, just bring it down to where it's a little bit snug. And then you go to the final joint, and I'm holding this up because this is a long enough pipe that if you don't hold it up, it'll want to pull the reactor down. So then we get the final piece on here. We've got it all the way in, and then we tighten it down. So for tightening these things, 2 wrenches is required. If you single wrench these things, what you're going to be doing is putting a lot of torque against a sheet metal side, and that's going to cut down the life. So there's a shoulder on here that you can grab with one of your wrenches, and then you loosen or tighten with the second wrench. So you're securing the gasifier, and then on the cooler side, and then you tighten it down snugly. And you don't have to go nuts with this. It's not a high pressure system, so you don't have to wrench it to death. Just get it reasonably snug. Do the same thing here in the middle. We're going to grab it right in the middle.
Support it if you need to where the pipe is kind of straight across, so it's not sagging.
So this is not a place for resting heavy things against. We've been at shows where people have leaned on it, and we have to jump up there and protect our equipment from that. So you get a nice, decent tighten there. And on this one, with the lid on, it's a little bit in the way, but you can reach it from the bottom. So you reach it from the bottom, grab the base, and then you just tighten it up. Nice and snug there. Now, when we've got this thing put together, the heat is generated within the reactor, and the hot gas is coming out, hydrogen, methane, CO, along with some nitrogen, but it's very, very hot. And what we need to do is cool it down to a certain degree before we get to the water. And so Right here we're going to be 350, 400 degrees. It's going to be pretty hot here. And as you go along, it's going to get cooler and cooler and cooler. By the time you get all the way over here, it's actually below the boiling point. And within the tube here, you'll have condensed some of the solid tars. So every now and again, actually it'd take quite a while, but eventually you're going to get some solid tars built up on the inside of this. You can take this off and clean it out. What we did, rather than having the solid tars condensed where it's hard to get out of, it's easy to clean the tar out from just a straight tube. You just get a pipe and ram it through and clean the tar out when it's time to do some maintenance on the thing.
Yeah, an alternative to that would be like a clothes hanger section that you put a twist on. You stick it in a drill and just run it back and forth through the tube, and it knocks it down. So that's another way you could do it as well.
Okay. So in the hotter climates, where the air coming into the system is hot, where the air on the outside is 100 degrees, this will help cool down with a double piece. If you're in a cold climate, you can run just a single one and make for a smaller system. But the less hard you make your water work by having both pieces on there, the longer it'll run before you have to worry about tar. So that is how you connect a tactical wood gas reactor to a tactical wood gas cooler.